For a little minute, you know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot, they like to claim leadership, they like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority, they don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this white ass, need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Everybody ain't with all that peace talk, everybody ain't with all that bygone beat. Boy, ain't shit stopping, ain't shit profit, cause my niggas serious. When they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders, I'm curious. You cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new beats. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I say you won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers trying to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed the up on parole because of the COVID. It feel like the host in this world that don't go together. Know there's golden to get them. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settle. They ain't need props. So I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop and ass need the props. You know, like we all come together. Cause you know what I'm saying? They say God so loved the world. God so loved the world, and know boy, your ass need to stop and ass need the props. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, gentlemen, y'all, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop and ass shit. I want to step outside of the show for the fake niggas. Stay silent, I got it, let's go, let's go. I ain't taking no losses, ain't no talking, but we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just play with y'all. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell them we can't keep it slave. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got you, baby mother on high. Baby pants through the fire. Ain't she the prophets? That baby so belong to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Never a failure, bitch, I can afford it. I prepare slaughter, you bring me my water. Plus your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop, their ass need the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, right. But that's what the church is for, lying.
Dear Lord, I hope you hear my prayers, because we really, really need you down here. From all the pain that we're going through, we know that you're real, so can you fall through? Father, have mercy when we call on you.
Before you say you.
So about 5 minutes. I was mature enough to say the same shit. Dear Lord, I hope you hear my prayers, because we really, really need you down here. From all the pain that we going through, we know that you're real, so can you fall through? Father, have mercy when we call on you. But I just wanna fall on you. So the devils you ain't nothing to play with. I was mature enough to say the same shit.
Yeah. Go ahead. Come on, West. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Look, I keep it loyal to the team. UPK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet. Got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother way. Tell them get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us, he a breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us, he a breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. This shit is too easy. I'm on gold, but they don't believe it. You know I'm winning with the team. Screaming Vinny, V's. Need them devils screaming out bloody murder. I'm about to close the curtain. Mama crying, bitch, I'm working. Sorry, all them lies, it ain't working. You niggas weak, they be turching. I'm a West nigga, that's for certain. They cross the line, I'ma back up and I'ma hit his ass with this virus. When I come through 300 strong, 144 Leonidas. All my niggas we eat. I'm in this bitch with the iris. Said all y'all do the sweet. Tell y'all do the sweet. The nigga made the wrong move, he make his ass obsolete. He ain't one of us hit the lead. He ain't one of us here preach. Come through all black gully jack, man, all them niggas go retreat. Look, I keep it loyal to the T. UPK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet, got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother wave. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us, he a breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man, all them niggas on retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man, all them niggas on retreat. I'm in the
Hey, Shalom, we the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, coming out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Command GEN.YAHANNA. And what we do, we come out to teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians who they are according to the Bible, and that our oppressors, the so-called white man, is the devil the Bible speaks of. Because the so-called white man is the reason why you think Christmas is for the kids. Because you didn't grow up, you know, and you didn't realize Santa Claus ain't real. You didn't realize reindeers don't fly. You know, deers run through the forest. They don't fly in the sky. So what you do is tell your children, you tell them that, you know, it's just for the kids, you know, just so they can have fun. But it's really not true. It's really not true. Christmas is for you. You feel me? So you can live out your glory days from what your childhood taught you. So you trying to push that on your children, and it's just a generational curse of oppression and depression. Because if you know, most suicides happen during Christmas time because of lack of family, lack of money, lack of resources. And people be killing themselves and robbing people, going to jail, all that. You feel me? Just because of Christmas, just so you can have a Merry Christmas. You know, but what you got to understand about Christmas, the guy, Santa Claus, that came from a black man. It was a black man named Saint Nick, and he was from Russia. And he gave gifts to, you know, the poor children and stuff like that. That's where they get the whole concept from. You know, it's just pagan worship. You feel me? And we know what the Most High told us, to not serve no other God but him. So you celebrating Christmas is an ultimate sin to the Most High, and you could be put to death for it. You could be put to death, and that's why most of the suicides and robberies and stuff happen around Christmas time. But if I could, with that article, you can start off with that article.
Sir. This Christmas, tell your children the real Santa Claus story.
Right.
This is from College of Letters, Arts and Sciences. Santa Claus will soon be coming to town, bringing gifts to children.
And if I may, another thing about giving gifts, that's similar to prostitution, you feel me, and stripping. Now, I know you might wonder, like, how can that be the same? Because you sitting giving gifts, you used to just getting free stuff. You know, you used to getting free stuff. That's how most of our sisters turn into whores. You feel me? Because they'll do anything for some free stuff. What they say, the $40? They kill me with the $40. I don't know what $40 gonna get you, but you know, our sisters is going crazy over $40, man. It's just a simple demonic, you know, demon on you of just wanting a gift so bad that you would do anything for a gift. And that's what prostitution and stripping is. You doing anything just to get a gift, which is money. And we're going to get into that later about gifts and what gifts do to your morals. You go ahead.
Santa has several aliases depending on the part of the world you live in. In English, the English call him Father Christmas. The French know him as Pierre Noel. And Kris Kringle seems to be the version of the Christ kind, or Christ child, who leaves treats for good German Lutherans. Right, so basically, depending on where you at, each Santa Claus is different, depending on what part of the world you live in. Just a proof to show you how fake it is. It's just a made up story. It's not real. So why would you want to keep pushing that on your children when you know it's not real? When you know it's not real, it's high time we as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians come out of sleep. That's what we need to do. We need to come out of sleep, come out of the darkness of this world we living in, man. The Bible say, love not the world. Go ahead. Yes, like you, sir. In most European countries, Santa Claus has a demon that actually accompanies him.
Right. What's the name of it?
Krampus.
Krampus. Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, all this stuff is pagan, demonic worship, and you don't even understand it. You thinking it's just harmless. It's just for the kids. When it's not for the kids, it's for you. It's for you to feel good about yourself. You spend $1,500 on gifts, you feel good all the rest of the year until you can't pay rent or until you doing something strange for a piece of change. And then you sitting there wondering why, because you just spent all your money on Christmas gifts that the kids ain't gonna even want to play with. You know how many times when we was in the world as children, we getting all them gifts, man. It's one gift we playing with, all the rest of them we pushing to the side. My mama then slaved and did all this stuff, you feel me, for these gifts, and we only played with one. You feel me? The rest of them we ain't even worried about, you know. Late on rent, you feel me? Can't have a decent meal, all that for some gifts, man, and a fake holiday at that, man. That's demonic depression, man. But yeah, you keep going.
In the Netherlands, he arrives in town on a steamboat or a horse from Spain. On the night of December 5th, Dutch children put their shoes on the hearth these days near the central heating duct, hoping that he will fill them with sweet rewards rather than a reprimand for poor behavior.
Right, and that's where that come from with the Christmas lift. If you've been naughty or nice, all that stuff. That's why I say this all a plot. This is something that our oppressors made up, man.
The Dutch call him Santa Claus, which is come into American English as Santa Claus, short for Saint Nicholas.
Right, that's what I'm saying. They got so many different names for him. It's because it's just not real, just made up. And that's why I say it's high time we come out of sleep to start serving worship stuff they made up is dead. It's not alive. Like, we got a living God that we worship, man. And all you got to do is look in the black community and see, man. See all the stuff we going through, man. Why us? Why black people? Everybody celebrating Christmas. Why is black people in such utter poverty? Because we got a father that we not fearing. You feel me? Like, think about it like this. You on the corner, right? Y'all throwing rocks at the bus. Your mama come, your father come, they gonna punish you. You feel me? On my line, they gonna punish you. All the rest of the kids gonna be left alone. And that's why we celebrating Christmas. And the Chinese celebrate Christmas. Why? I don't know. The Arabs celebrating Christmas. Everybody, even the Jewish people, call it Xmas. So they basically still celebrating it. But ain't nobody getting punished but us. You feel me? Because we got a father that we not fearing, man. Go ahead.
Salakia, sir. The East Indian corner store, by a house, they had
No, they not.
Christmas decorations.
No, they not. That's a lie. That's a lie. I gotta give you an ad for that one. The East Indians too?
East Indians, sir.
Not the dot on their head, man. Come on, man. Stop it, man. That's what I'm saying. And they, come on, man. That's a white, pagan holiday, man. But because of the mark of the beast, everybody's celebrating it. Because if you not coming to America and prospering if you don't believe in their philosophies, you're gonna have to submit somehow to American way of life. You feel me? If you want to make some money here. But see, us, we care more about fearing the Most High and doing what the Most High say to do. Because we understand that's how we ended up in the situation we in, from not fearing the Most High. But you go ahead, we're going to just read a little bit more.
St. Nicholas and Santa Claus are historically the same man. But unlike the jolly figure who purportedly flies on a slave from the North Pole, the saint came originally from the balmy Mediterranean coast.
And right, and another thing, before we get into the rest, a saint is a repentant Israelite. That's where the whole name saint came from. Nobody else called themselves a saint. And the only way you can be a repentant Israelite if you black, Hispanic, or Native Indian. It's a bloodline. It's not no religion you could just join. You feel me? It's in your blood. So for him to be called Saint Nick already lets you know that it probably was a black man. But we're going to get into the rest of it.
As a historian of religions who has written books about ancient saints, I caution against reading the accounts of saints' lives as factual history. However, the earlier stories of St. Nicholas seem to correlate with histories and church documents of the period. According to these early medieval texts, Nicholas was born around 260 AD into a Christian family. His birthplace was in the town of Myra, now called Demri, on the southwest coast of modern Turkey. At the time, Christianity was illegal.
It was what?
Illegal.
Okay, so he was born into a Christian, St. Nicholas was born into a Christian family, but they say Christianity was what?
Illegal.
And what that sound like to you? What that sound like to you? I'm asking you. Go ahead. What that sound like?
It sounds to me like it was illegal, just like it was under the Romans in Paul's time.
Right. Just like it was illegal to be a Jew when you was a Greek. It was illegal to say Christ was the Messiah. They was hunting down the prophets. He was born into a Christian family, but they say Christianity was illegal, man. Saint Nick was a black man. Saint Nick, the Santa Claus, the fat white guy, that's not realistic. He was a black man. He was a black man, and he gave gifts, you feel me, to poor children, man, in need. That's where the whole story come from, a black man. You keep going.
He studied to be a priest and spent time in prison for his beliefs.
Now, right. Now, he studied to be a priest. Now, during this time, the only way you could be a priest if you were black, Hispanic, or Native Indian. You couldn't be a priest unless you was black, Hispanic, or Native Indian. They already said the Roman Empire made it illegal to be a Christian. It was illegal. So he had to be a black man. And they got the picture right here. They go to, if you got the book, The Russian Icons, the picture of Saint Nick is in there. But this a picture of him too. It's the same one. See if they can get it. Yeah, there you go. That's how Saint Nick really looked. See, he got an afro and he got dark skin. He's not a fat white guy with long stringy hair. You feel me? He got an afro. Yeah, you keep going.
However, after Emperor Constantine legalized Christianity, Nicholas was elected bishop of
Right,
High.
Constantine, that was a black man. You feel me? That's when they took over the Roman Empire.
So,
go ahead.
So he lived in the time of Constantine.
Right, that's why. See what it say? He was born in 260 A.D. You feel me? That's doing I don't know the exact number. I don't want to misquote it, but yeah, that's close to around the time of like the when they took over the Roman Empire, and then it was the Byzantine Empire. Well, black people ruled. If people don't know, the Byzantine Empire is when black people took back over Europe and all that from the Romans and the Greeks and all that.
During his lifetime, he became famous for defending his people against imperial taxes and other forms of oppression. According to the earliest document about Nicholas from the 5th century, he prevented 3 loyal generals from becoming from unjust execution for treason. At 9th century Greek legend claims.
No, you could drop it there. That's all we want to get into. We just bringing it out to show you that Saint Nicholas was a black man. And he was an Israelite at that. You feel me? Not just a black man like no African or no dark-skinned Arab. He was an Israelite. You feel me? Black people are the greatest people that ever walked the face of the earth. They took a black man's story and turned it into Santa Claus. And got you thinking reindeers can fly. You telling your kids reindeers can fly. The tooth fairy, put your tooth under a pillow, you gonna get some money. You feel me? All these lies, man, that our oppressors came up with, man. And that's what we here in I.S.U.P.K. to do, is to destroy the lies, man. Because once we destroy the lies, we fix our families, we fix ourselves, we fix our neighborhoods, man. But yeah, if I could, now we could get into the scriptures. Like we always say, we don't like to go off our own heart. You know, we let the scriptures prove everything we're saying. So if I could, go to Ecclesiastes 7:1.
The book of Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 1. A good name is better than precious ointment.
A good name is better than what?
Precious ointment.
A good name. Now that's talking about your reputation. A good name, your reputation is way better than precious ointment. Now I got on Captain Cesario, precious ointment right now, which smell real good, you feel me? But, a good name, man, my reputation is way more better than that, you feel me? You keep going.
And the day of death than the day of one's birth.
The what?
The day of death than the day of one's birth.
It say the day of your death is better than your birth. Now you want to know why the day of your death is better than your birth? Because that's when all your accolades come out. When you born, you just a little baby. You have not done nothing. But when you die, that's when all your accolades, all the people you helped, all the people you saved, man. That's when your recognition come out. Just like if you ever been to somebody's funeral. When you ever go to anybody's funeral, what they read, the obituary, you feel me? Talk about all the good stuff about him, all his grandkids, all the siblings and all that, all the good stuff. Because the day of your death is better than one's birth, man. Christ ain't never tell us to celebrate his birthday. Christ wanted you to be prepared to die. You feel me? Because what we teach is not really frowned upon. Because we don't teach God love everybody. We don't teach white people can come in here. We teach that we love blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians only. You feel me? Straight like that. And the day of your death is better than your birth. But you keep going. We're going all the way to 3.
Verse 2. It is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting.
Right, to the house of what?
Mourning.
Right. So it's better to go to the house of mourning. You feel me? Us black people, we are in mourning. You feel me? We are in mourning. And they say it's better to go to them than to the feasting. So it's better to go to the hood, you feel me, where your people at, than try to go join white people and they Christmas dinners and stuff like that a lot of black people doing, going to them Christmas parties. I know a lot of you black people, that's what y'all doing this weekend. Y'all going to the Christmas party at your job, man. That's what y'all doing. You feel me? Trying to go join hand in hand with these people when the Bible say go to the mourning. And that's what we do in I.S.U.P.K, man. We go to the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians in the ghetto. Straight like that, man. Because it's better of death than of birth. You feel me? And that's why you got to understand Christ's birth. He never told you to celebrate it. There's nowhere in the Bible you cannot find it. It's pagan worship, man. You keep going.
For that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart.
You keep reading.
Verse 3. Sorrow is better than laughter.
Right. Sorrow is better than laughter. I know you never heard that before. Your preacher will never tell you that sorrow is better than laughter. He'll tell you should always be happy about every little thing, man. But when sorrow is better than laughter, man. Because when you sorrow, you more on point, man. And it builds character. It builds character, man. You always happy-go-lucky all the time, man. You ain't going to see oppression even coming. You ain't going to even see it coming. I see it all the time in my slave. The black people in my slave, they be so happy-go-lucky, and I just be looking at them. And they always be like, man, what's wrong with you? I be like, nothing. But I be looking at them like, because you don't see the oppression, man. You don't see we on a plantation. This is not our rest. We on a plantation, man. You feel me? We in slavery in 2021, man. We going into 2022, man. We still ain't been freed yet. You keep going.
For by sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better.
Right. Sadness, you feel me? Makes your heart better, man, because it builds strength. It helps you overcome obstacles. And you can pass them obstacles down to your children, man. So they don't even got to go through it at all like Christmas. We've been through Christmas. Everybody 25 and up. Everybody 25 and up, parents pushed them, made them celebrate Christmas, man. Why do we got to do the same thing when we see it ain't do nothing but oppress our parents, man? Made them go broke. Some of them probably didn't split up. Fathers got kicked out the house because they couldn't bring a gift. Your daddy don't bring a gift, he can't even come in and sit with you on Christmas dinner because he ain't bring no gift, man. So why would we push that same thing on our children, man? Set your children free. You feel me? We can be free here in America, mentally, man. If we stop celebrating Christmas and Halloween and Thanksgiving, man, we can be free mentally. It's possible, man, because we doing it right here in the I.S.U.P.K, man. You looking at a free man. You ain't looking at a slave. You looking at a free man that know who he is, man, and know what's coming to the people that came up against us, man, which is slavery and hard bondage, man. The Bible say you lead them into captivity, you're going to go into captivity, which is slavery, man. They led us into slavery. They going into slavery next, man. It's just a matter of time. But yeah, you could drop that and go to, in the New Testament, 2 Thessalonians 2 and 15.
Khan, the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 15. Therefore, brethren, stand fast and hold the traditions which ye have been taught, whether by word or our epistle.
Right. It says stand fast and hold the traditions you were taught, because the priests knew that these other nations was going to come up against us, man, and make us serve their gods. That's why the Bible says stand fast and hold your traditions. And that's what we do in I.S.U.P.K. We just came out of the Feast of Dedication where the Maccabees slaughtered the Greeks, man. They slaughtered the Greeks. You feel me? To get back our temple, man. It says stand fast, you feel me? And hold on to our traditions, man. We got traditions that we don't even teach. You feel me? We don't even keep no more because of slavery. Slavery done wiped out all of our traditions, man.
Verse 16. Now our Lord, Yahushua Mashiach himself, and God.
Now, you could drop it right there. But now we just bringing out that, man, we got to seek the old path, man. That's what that's talking about, man. It say stand fast and hold the traditions, man. Black people, we got our own traditions, man. It ain't just Christmas. That's not our tradition. Valentine's Day, none of that stuff. You supposed to love your woman every day. You ain't supposed to just wait till Valentine's Day and just shower her with gifts and roses and stuff, man. You could do that whenever you feel like it. That's not our tradition, man. But we have traditions, and we ain't been celebrating them, man. We haven't, man. We've been celebrating our oppressors tradition, man. And we got to stop that. But yeah, you could drop that and go to Colossians 2 and 8.
The book of Colossians chapter 2 verse 8. Beware, lest any man spoil you.
It say be what?
Beware.
Beware, like beware of a dog. You ever been in somebody's yard and they say beware of a dog? You don't even see the dog. You don't see the dog. The dog, it might be a chihuahua. You don't even see the dog. But the sign scare you right off back. It say what?
Beware, lest any man spoil you.
And spoil you, that just talking about ruin. It just mean ruin. Like if you spoil your children with a bunch of gifts, they ain't gonna know nothing about hard work. You feel me? And that's one thing Christmas do. You spoiling the kids, well, they ain't gonna know no hard work, man. And they gonna always try to take the easy way out. And the easy way always lead through destruction. Whether that's selling drugs, stripping, prostitution, scamming, whatever, man. It leads to destruction, man.
Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit.
Right, philosophy, that's just talking about like all these religions, all these fake holidays that ain't real, or vain deceits, man, useless, man. Saying that Santa Claus finna creep through the chimney and leave gifts under the tree. You feel me? Then when you get up and you wondering who ate the cookies this whole time, it was your daddy. Your daddy that ate the cookies. You thinking Santa Claus really done came through the chimney, man. I'm telling you, that's what we thought. I'm telling you, man, we really thought Santa Claus, we ain't even had no chimney. We pulled from the gutter on the south side of Chicago. We ain't even got no chimney. But we thinking Santa Claus that came in, ate the cookies and all that, man. But that's because of this scripture right here. Go ahead and read it from the top.
The book of Colossians chapter 2 verse 8. Beware, lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the traditions of men.
Right, the traditions of men. Christmas, Halloween, Thanksgiving, all that stuff, man. Memorial Day, it's the traditions of men. The 4th of July, they popping fireworks on the 4th of July. We was in slavery. In 1776, right? We were slaves. North, Central, South America, we were slaves. They was popping fireworks, but we seen them doing it. And we wanted to join in on it. Looked at fun. So when we got freed, guess what we did? We celebrated the 4th of July better than they did. We celebrated the 4th of July, Christmas, all that better than they did because we seen them do it in the slavery and we wanted to be a part of it, man. We wanted to be a part of it. And now it's destroying us, man. It's destroying us more than ever. But yeah, you keep going.
After the rudiments of the world.
Right, of the world. Now, what John 3:16 say, so God loved the world. But this scripture is saying that the world is destroying you through philosophy and vain deceit. That's because the world it was talking about in John 3:16 was the Israelite world. World just mean age of society, which means white people in one world, black people live in another world, the Chinese people eating octopus and rats is in a whole different world. We all living in different worlds on this earth. You feel me? You keep going.
And not after Christ.
And not after Christ, because that's all it's about, man. You feel me? It's all about serving Christ, man, doing what Christ said to do, and he did not say to celebrate his birthday. And we finna get into that. In a minute. Locky, do we got that? Yeah, we got that. We're gonna get into that in a minute about what December 25th is really about. It got nothing to do with Christ. Christ was born in the springtime. We're gonna talk about that in a minute. But you could drop that and go to Mark 7 and 5.
The book of Mark chapter 7 verse 5.
Right. So, well, first of all, though, we read the Bible, and nowhere in the Bible is it saying anything about Christmas, about holidays, about any of that stuff. No, it's not in there. All it's telling you is to stop celebrating the stuff that you was taught by your mama who didn't know no better, by your father who didn't know no better. No, it ain't nothing wrong with that, man. You feel me? It ain't nothing wrong with them not knowing. But now that we know that it's not real, we can't pass that on. We can't keep passing that on. We got to stop that where it's at. You go ahead when you got it.
The book of Mark chapter 7 verse 5. Then the Pharisees and scribes asked him, why walk not thy disciples according to the traditions of the elders?
Right. So the Pharisees is the religious leaders at the time. They'd be today like the Christian pastors, the police, You know, just people like that, politicians, stuff like that.
But eat bread with unwashed hands.
Right. So they saying they asking the disciples, why is y'all not washing y'all hands before y'all eat? Like basically calling them sinners for not washing their hands. You go ahead.
Verse 6. He answered and said unto them, what hath Esaias?
That's Isaiah. The New Testament is in Greek, so it's just spelled different, but that's talking about Isaiah.
Prophesied of you hypocrites.
Right, Isaiah prophesied about the hypocrites among us, man. That just all they cared about was money.
As it is written, this people honoreth me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me.
Right, so a lot of people out here, they honoring Christ with their lips. They think they are by celebrating Christmas, buying all these gifts and stuff like that. But, okay, if that's the case, why are the gifts going to your badass kids? Why your badass kids getting the gifts? You feel me? Your kid, these kids is the future drug dealers, pimps, killers of the neighborhood. You buying them gifts. Why you ain't giving it to Christ? Because they honor him with their lips, man. They don't care nothing about serving Christ, man. They could care less about serving Christ.
Verse 7. Howbeit in vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men.
Right, commandments of men. This is a commandment of men. You feel me? You go somewhere, they say happy holidays. You feel? Because it's a commandment of men. It's a commandment that you say happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, which is useless, man. It's useless and ain't gonna do nothing but oppress you even more, man. Are we going all the way to 8?
Come. Verse 8. For laying aside the commandments of God, ye hold the traditions of men, as the washing of pots and cups, and many other such like things ye do.
Oh no, my bad. Keep going to verse 9.
Come. Verse 9. And he said unto them, full well ye reject the commandments of God, that ye may keep your own tradition.
And that's what you doing when you celebrating Christmas. You rejecting the commandment of God so you can keep your own tradition. Title of tonight's class: Christmas is not for the kids, it's for you. You know it's fake. You know your kids, if you told them the truth, they wouldn't give a fuck. Salakia. If you told them it wasn't real, they wouldn't care. My son, he 9 years old. He checking everybody. I brought a pizza home one day. It had ground beef on it. He say, Dad, we don't eat pork. I'm like, little nigga, Salaki. I'm like, man, if you don't get out of here, I say, you know, man, I would never bring no pork in here. But that's what I'm saying. That's how the kids are, though. If you raising them, telling them Christmas is real, they gon' stand strong with it. But if you raising them, telling them it ain't real, and you show them, then they gonna believe you. And then it's gonna come out as they get older anyway. And they gonna see that, reindeers don't fly. Santa Claus ain't coming through no chimney. Christ's birthday is not Christmas. You feel me? It's just gonna come out anyway. So why waste time and try to destroy your kids, man? But yeah, read verse 9 one more time.
Come. And he said unto them, full well ye reject the commandments of God, that ye may keep your own traditions.
Right. So they say we look crazy. They say they call us a cult, but we keeping the commandments of God. You feel me? We keeping the commandments of God. They looking like, well, why you got on armbands? Why you got on a headband? Why you got sunglasses on in your class? But the Bible say in the first Maccabees that the young man had. Matter of fact, go ahead and grab that. Because they say we look crazy, but you out there saying reindeers fly. But they say we look crazy because we serving God, dressing how God told us to dress, doing what God told us to do. It's in First Maccabees 14:9. You out there talking about Merry Christmas and all this and all that, when it ain't real. It ain't out of the commandments of God. It's out of the commandments of men. You feel me? But us and I.S.U.P.K and the Commander GEN.YAHANNA, we serve the Most High, and we bringing back the old path, the old ways. Go ahead.
Come. In the book of First Maccabees, chapter 14, verse 9. The ancient men sat all in the streets.
Ancient men. You feel me? We are the ancient. We the ancient men, man. Our forefather is Adam. Adam, Noah, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, man. We are the ancient men on this earth, man. I always talk about the black man is God, the black woman is God, and this and that. When they say that, they talk about Africans. They talk about Africans when they say that. You feel me? We the gods of this earth, man. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we the gods of this earth. The book of Psalms say you are gods, but you will die like men. We the gods of this earth, man. We the ancient men. Go ahead.
The ancient men sat all in the streets, communing together of good things. And the young men...
Right, what we doing right now? Communing together of good things. We ain't talking about killing or hurting nobody. We just telling our people to come back to the laws, statutes, and commandments and stop celebrating Christmas. We talking about good things. We ain't saying to go take a gun and shoot up a school like the white boy did in Michigan or the dude did in Colorado or like happened in Walmart down in Texas, man. We communing together of good things, man.
And the young men put on glorious and warlike apparel.
And what like apparel?
Warlike apparel.
And warlike apparel, man. We coming back to the commandments of God. Y'all still serving the commandments of men. And we got to stop that, man. We got to stop that. If we ever want the Lord to be on our side, we got to stop it. But yeah, you can drop that and go to Proverbs 14 and 15.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 15. The simple believeth every word.
Right, the simple believe every word. The simple people, they believe Christmas is real. They believe in the Easter Bunny. They believe the Easter Bunny lay eggs. How do the Easter Bunny lay eggs? It's a mammal. The simple believe every. The simple is telling their kids a fat white man. White people hate you. But a fat white man finna come down the chimney because you was naughty or nice. Come on, man, stop it.
But the prudent man looketh well to his going. Verse 16. A wise man feareth and departeth from evil.
Right, a wise man feareth. Us in I.S.U.P.K, the men, women, children, all of us, man, we fear the Lord, man. We fear the Lord. So us fearing the Lord, we gonna depart from evil. Celebrating Christmas is evil. Celebrating your birthday is evil. Who the hell are you? You living on borrowed time. How you gonna celebrate your birthday? Christ didn't even tell you to celebrate his, but you gonna celebrate yours. Dirty 30. That killed me. I always say it because it killed me when they came up with that slogan. Talking about dirty 30. Man, that just sounds disgusting. Like, what you about to do? And then only the female says, so it's like, what you about to do, man? Like, but yeah, though, we got to come back to the old path, man. We got to seek the old path. Moral of the story.
But the fool rageth and is confident.
The fool rages and is confident, man. They out there robbing stores. What they just robbed the Louis store for $100,000. You feel me? They took $100,000 worth of stuff out of the Louis store, man. So they can celebrate Christmas. So they can make some money. You know, buy their kids some Power Wheels or whatever they, ain't gonna even play with. They gonna be asking you for your phone. I'm so mad at my son. I be buying him all that stuff. He want my phone. You not getting my phone. What are you what all this stuff I done bought you? You want my phone? No. But I'm just saying though, that just show you how to none of that stuff matter, man. You feel me? The truth will set you free. That's what the Bible say. The Bible say the truth will set you free. So why would you be wasting all this time and energy on lies when you could just tell the truth? The truth is much cheaper. I'm just keep it real. Telling the truth is much cheaper. You feel me? I'm just keep it real with you, man. I done learned that at a young age, that telling the truth is way more cheaper, is way less of a headache. You feel me? But yeah, you can drop that. Go to Acts. So I want to get into the birth of Christ, because they got that whole thing misconstrued. I don't know how they even put these two together, but we're going to get into it, though. But yeah, you can go to Acts 17 and 11.
The book of Acts, chapter 17, verse 11. These were more noble than those at Thessalonica, and that they received the word with all readiness of mind, and searched the scriptures.
They did what? Wait, they did what?
search the scriptures daily.
And that's what we do in I.S.U.P.K. We don't just read like what we like in the Bible like the pastors do. We search the scriptures daily. We read them from the beginning to the end. That's how we know that Christmas is not in there. Because us being a priest of the Lord, we search the Bible from the front to back. And we don't see nothing saying Christmas is December 25th. You should celebrate it, putting gifts under the tree. None of that. But speaking of that, that goes right into what I want to talk about.
Whether those things were so. Verse 12.
Oh, no, you can stop it there. But yeah, though, that's just what I'm saying. The priests search the scriptures daily. That's how we know Halloween is satanic. Valentine's Day is the worship of a woman's behind. If you flip the heart upside down, that's all it is a woman's behind. It's not a heart. A heart is not shaped like that. You can just Google that, put it in your phone, and you can see that for yourself. That's why I say, man, we got to get out of these lies. We got to get out of these lies and come back to the truth, man. The truth will set you free, man. Yeah, but yeah, give me Jeremiah 10 and 2. We go all the way to 5.
Kind of the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, verse 2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
Learn not the way of the heathen. Heathens came up with Christmas. That is not nothing no black people came. The heathens came up with Christmas. And it's a satanic holiday, just like all the rest of them. They all stuff that they made up because Esau, the so-called white man, is a vagabond, man. He has no place to rest. He goes from place to place and take over lands and come up with his own fake holidays to worship, man. And he try to make you worship him because you still his slave mentally, man.
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them.
Right, now that's going into like zodiac signs and solar eclipse, all that stuff, man. You feel me? The heathen are dismayed at these stars and how they align. Man, we ain't worried about none of that, man. We serving the Most High in Christ. Straight like that.
Verse 3. For the customs of the people are vain.
Right, the customs of the people are useless. They're useless. They mean nothing, man. Just because they don't have nothing. They don't have no culture. White people don't have any culture, man.
For one cutteth a tree out of the forest.
They did what?
Cutteth a tree out of the forest.
Now what is everybody doing right now?
Getting their tree ready, sir.
They doing what?
Cutting a tree
It's in the Bible. What's happening right now is in the Bible. This thousands of years ago. It say one cut of a tree out of the forest, man. What you think that tree is in your house? Where you think it came from? Where you think the gift, man? Look, we finna get into it. That's what we talking about tonight. Christmas is not for you. It's for the kids, man. It's right there in the Bible telling you where Christmas came from. And because you didn't do what Acts 17:11 did and search the scriptures to see was it true or not, you just went with it. You went with it and you believed it. Go ahead.
The work of the hands of the workmen with the axe.
Right. Yeah. Most like I always say, poor people, they got the plastic tree they put up in their house in the basement every year. Rich people go get a brand new tree, a real evergreen tree that's cut down out of the forest, like what the Bible talking about right now.
Verse 4. They deck it with silver and with gold.
Now, what you do on Christmas Eve? You Christmas Eve, not Christmas Eve. You do it like when the tree first get up. It might be before Christmas Eve. You deck it with silver and gold. Am I lying? You put the gold and the silver little stuff around it, the ornaments and all that, the star on top. You deck it. It's right here in the Bible telling you where it came from.
So isn't that a Christmas song too? Deck the halls.
Deck the halls with fowls of jolly. Yep, deck the halls. Just like that. It say deck. They could have used any word in the dictionary, but they used deck because they knew that this came out of the Bible because this is the worship of Nimrod. I don't know if you with us or not, but if you with us, this is not talking about Christmas. This is because Christ's not even born yet. This is back in Jeremiah. This is talking about Babylon and what happened with Nimrod. His mother, what she did, if you didn't put no gift under the tree, she would cut your head off and put it on the tree. You feel me? in remembrance of her son Nimrod. You feel me? This is pagan worship, what you doing with that Christmas tree. You worshiping Nimrod. You ain't even worshiping Christ. That's Nimrod's birthday. That ain't Christ's birthday. You worshiping Nimrod. Yeah, go ahead.
They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not.
Right.
Verse 5. They are upright as the palm tree, but speaketh not. They must needs be born, because they cannot go. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil.
Right. Be not afraid of them. They cannot do evil. Now, what it's talking about that tree, because what I was saying about Nimrod, you feel me? It was saying what I forgot what they said will happen if you don't put no gift. They say he'll come back and kill you, and that's how your head get on the tree. But the whole time his mama was doing it. You feel me? And that's what Jeremiah is saying. Don't be afraid of that tree, man. Don't serve that God. You putting them gifts under that tree, you serving Nimrod. And he been gone a long time ago, back in Babylon.
For they cannot do evil, neither also is it in them to do good.
Right, they can't do that. The tree, you putting that tree up in your house, you not putting that tree up in your house, it's not going to harm you. Or is it going to do you any good? It ain't going to do you no good, or it ain't going to harm you. It's useless, man. You thinking putting that tree up going to get you blessed for the rest of the year? Because you celebrated Christ's birthday. Now you celebrated Nimrod, and you putting yourself in utter poverty. Because you about to spend $2,000, $3,000 on them kids, man. And ain't nothing wrong with spending no money on your kids, man. It's nothing wrong with they doing good in school. They just a good, just a good kid. They your kid. You just want to just buy them something just because it's your kid. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But if you doing it on December 25th, you are an evil bastard, and you worshiping Nimrod. And don't be surprised if the Lord destroy you for that, man. Don't be surprised, man. We look at the black neighborhood and we wonder why us. We keep wondering why us, the Hispanic neighborhood. Why us? Why us? Because we the children of God, but we don't want to be. We never wanted to be the children of God. We always wanted to do what the heathens did. We didn't want to just be God's chosen people. Serve him, man. And the Bible says the laws are not grievous, man. The stuff the Lord told us to do is not grievous. It's not evil, man. It's not hard. We just see all these heathens doing whatever they want, and we want to do it too. But yeah, you could drop that and give me now we're gonna talk about the birth of Christ. That was talking about Nimrod. Now we're gonna talk about the birth of Christ. Give me Matthew 2 and 16.
The book of Matthew, chapter 2, verse 16. Then Herod.
No, matter of fact, 1, and you can go all the way to 16.
The book of Matthew, chapter 2, verse 1. Now when Yahushua was born in Bethlehem of Judea, in the days of Herod the king, behold, there came wise men from the east to Jerusalem.
Right, yep.
Oh, Salakia, sir. I had a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Herod was not an Israelite.
No, he was a Roman. His you the seed of your father. His father was a Roman and his mother was an Israelite. And he had no claim to the throne of Israel. You feel me? And that's what the lineage is about. When if you read in I think it's Matthew and Luke where they talk about the lineage of Christ, that's what that's all about. It's just proving that he got he's rightful heir to the throne, and Herod is not. He's not a rightful heir to the throne, but his father was a Roman, his mama Israelite. We cool with it. Yeah, he could run Israel. His father a Roman. We under the Romans. So yeah.
Verse 2, saying, where is he that is born King of the Jews?
Right, he looking for him. Herod, he looking for the King of the Jews. You feel me? He looking for Christ because he the king and he don't want to lose his position.
For we have seen his star in the east and are come to worship him. Verse 3, when Herod the king had heard these things, he was troubled, and all Jerusalem with him.
Right, they all troubled. He was troubled, and Jerusalem. You know why? Because they were sinners. They were sinners, man. They didn't want the King of the Jews to come. They wanted to keep doing what they wanted to do. They wanted to what? Keep celebrating Christmas. They wanted to keep being hoes and faggots. Salakia. They wanted to keep being evil bastards, man. Because guess what? We never wanted to be the chosen people of God. But guess what? Because of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, we don't have a choice. We don't have a choice but to be the chosen people, man. And we're going to suffer until we accept, feel me, being the heir of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We're going to suffer.
Verse 4, and we had gathered all the chief priests and scribes of the people together. He demanded of them where Christ should be born. Verse 5, and they said unto him, in Bethlehem in Judea, for thus it is written by the prophet.
Right, so they looking for him. They looking for him, and it ain't for nothing good.
Verse 6, and now Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, art not the least among the princes of Judah?
Right, so they like, he gonna be born in Bethlehem. They look like, what? Like, that's just like saying, like, man, yeah, the king of the black, Hispanics, and Native Indians is finna be born in the south side of Chicago. in the wild 100s. You feel me? That they like, what? Like, he ain't gonna be born in Hyde Park in the glorious neighborhood where all the rich people live. He gonna be born in the gutter. That's basically what they saying. Like, dang, that's crazy.
For out of these shall come a governor that shall rule my people
right.
Israel.
Out of the gutter. They saying Christ is he gonna come out of the gutter. He ain't gonna come out of no rich white neighborhood. You feel me? Where it just might be a couple black people at. He gonna come out of the gutter. You feel me?
Verse 7. Then Herod, when he had privily called the wise men, inquired of them diligently what time the star appeared. Verse 8. And he sent them to Bethlehem, and said, go and search diligently for the young child, and when ye have found him, bring me word again, that I may come and worship him also.
He's an oppressor. That's right there. Show you Herod is an oppressor. You feel me? He is an oppressor. He's a so-called white man. He say, yeah, oh yeah, he gonna be born in the hood, in the gutter. Yeah, when y'all find Christ, yeah, you find the Messiah, because that's what Christ means. It just means Messiah, Mashiach in the Hebrew. Bring him to me. When you find a Messiah that's going to come back and save the Jews, the king of the Jews, bring him to me so I can worship him. This the king of Israel. Knowing he don't want to give up his throne. Just like what happened with Saul and King David.
Verse 9. When they had heard the king, they departed. And lo, the star, which they saw in the east, went before them, till it came and stood over where the young child was. Verse 10. When they saw the star, they rejoiced with exceeding great joy.
Right, they would see the three wise men. I don't know if you ever heard about the three wise men, but yeah, they was happy to go see the Messiah. They was happy that the star showed them. You feel me? They wanted to see him, man. Moses wanted to see him. You feel, this is Christ. Isaiah prophesied about Christ in the Old Testament, man. He was prophesied throughout the whole Old Testament. And they wanted to see him. So these three wise men reading the scriptures about how all the priests of old would have loved to see the Messiah. They prophesied about him, couldn't wait for him to come. And they living in a time, the three wise men, they living in a time where the Messiah is going to be born into the earth. And they went crazy basically when they seen the star showing them where it was at.
Verse 11. And when they were come into the house, they saw the young child with Mary his mother, and fell down and worshipped him. And when they had opened their treasure, they presented him with gifts, gold and frankincense and myrrh.
Right. So they presented him with gifts, gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And that's what I'm saying. That's what the Christians, you feel me? They get it misconstrued thinking that, okay, yeah, so on Christ's birth, we supposed to celebrate his birthday. When you don't even know that's Greek mythology. That's not Israelite culture to celebrate birthdays. They did that because this is the birth of the Messiah. Who the hell are you? And your badass kids. Them badass kids can't even get no decent grades in school. But guess what? Christmas is for you, so you don't care about how bad their grades is. You giving them all type of stuff. You feel me? You buying them all type of mopeds, all type of stuff, man. You ain't showing them no morals, man. This is the Messiah. The 3 wise men was happy to see. You feel me? So they brought gifts to him. Go ahead.
Verse 12. And being warned of God in a dream that they should not return to Herod, they departed into their own country another way.
Right, so they got up out of there. So they found the Messiah and they disobeyed the king. The king said, when you find him, bring him to me. So when you find him, bring him to me so I can worship him. Woo woo. The Most High went to them in a dream and told, don't do that. An angel came to them in a dream and said, do not do that, man. Do not go into the way, you feel me, of Herod after this, man. Do not go tell Herod where he at, because he was going to kill him. Long story short. He was going to kill Christ, man. It was abortion. That's what was going to happen, man. He was going to kill that little baby.
Verse 13. And when they were departed, behold, the angel of the Lord appeareth to Joseph in a dream.
And to who?
To Joseph in a dream.
That's his father. I don't know if y'all know it or not. Christ had a father, a physical father. It wasn't. Mary did not have sex. You feel me? With God. Christianity. The same people that tell you Christmas is real, they'll tell you that. They'll tell you that Mary had sex with God, and had Christ. But that's like Zeus and Hercules. You feel me? That's all. That's why the Romans. That's how the Romans was able to even worship Christianity after a while. You feel me? Because they misconstrued the fact that Mary did not. It was no immaculate conception. You feel me? But them thinking that, they like, okay, well, yeah, that's a demigod. Christ a demigod. When he's not, man. That's Joseph's father. That's why angel went to Joseph. You feel me?
Saying, arise and take the young child and his mother, and flee to Egypt, and be thou there until I bring thee word. For Herod will seek the young child to destroy him.
Right, so the angel told Mary and Joseph to take Christ and go into Egypt. You know why I say going to Egypt? Because Egypt was filled with black Africans. Not white Greeks, black Africans, just like they is right now. You feel me? And they could blend in because Christ was a very dark man, like Revelations brought out. He's a very dark man. So if they go into Egypt, they can blend in. Mary was a Levite, which is a so-called Haitian today. You feel me? Joseph was from the tribe of Judah, which is a so-called African-American or Negro. So they was very dark-skinned people, and they could blend in Africa. That's why the angel told Joseph and Mary to go take Christ into Africa, because Herod is trying to kill the Messiah.
Verse 15. And was there until the death of Herod, that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken by the Lord, by the prophet, saying, out of Egypt have I called my son.
Right, so Herod died, and the angel went to Mary and Joseph and let them know, like, okay, now he could come back into Jerusalem, and he can save his people, man, because they are destroyed. They are destroyed because they want to do what the heathens is doing.
Verse 16. Then Herod, when he saw that he was mocked of the wise men, was exceedingly wroth, and sent forth, and slew all the children that were in Bethlehem, and in all the coasts thereof, from 2 years old and under.
Right, so Herod was so mad, he went in, he just killed all the babies. Because he couldn't find Christ, he killed all the babies, man. That was 2 years old and under around that time, man. That was a white man that did that. That was not no nigga that did that. Herod was a white man with a black mama. And he sent to kill all them babies, man, which was evil, man.
According to the time which he had diligently inquired of the wise men.
Right, so yeah, because the wise man didn't bring back that word before he died, he went back and killed all them babies, man. All them babies, because he wanted to kill Christ, because Christ was the Messiah, man. Christ was the Messiah. Yeah, but you can drop that and drop down to 19 and 21. 19 through 21.
Verse 19. But when Herod was dead, behold, an angel of the Lord appeareth in a dream to Joseph in Egypt. Verse 20. Saying, arise and take the young child and his mother and go into the land of Israel, for they are dead which sought the young child's life.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 21. And he arose and took the young child and his mother and came into the land of Israel.
Right. So now the work about to be done. Now the work about to be put in because Herod is dead. Herod is dead. He was trying to kill Christ when he was a baby, man. He was trying to kill Christ when he was a baby. The same way you trying to kill the spirit of Christ in your babies. By making them celebrate all these pagan holidays that ain't real. That the Lord did not ordain. That's not in the book of Leviticus. It's not in the Maccabees. You just doing it because you just want to. Because Christmas is for you. It ain't got nothing to do with your kids. You know it's fake, but you say it's for the kids. Yeah, I know Christmas ain't real, but you know it's for the kid. No, it's for you. It's for your grown ass to relive your childhood. That's what all it's about, man. Reliving your childhood through your children, man. But yeah, you could drop that and go to Luke 2:41.
It's like 2:41.
Okay.
Kind the book of Luke, chapter 2, verse 41. Now his parents went to Jerusalem every year at the feast of the Passover.
At the what?
At the feast of the Passover.
Now we all know the Passover is in the springtime. So his parents, you know, you miss a Passover, you cut off from the nation. You know, if it ain't for Christ. You know, of course Christ, because Herod couldn't kill him, because of Christ, man, you can be redeemed for that. But if it wasn't for Christ, Salakia, if it wasn't for Christ, you miss a Passover, that's on you. You miss a Passover, that's on you. You could be put out of the congregation for missing the Passover.
Verse 42. And when he was 12 years old, they went up to Jerusalem after the custom of the feast.
And he was what?
When he was 12 years old, they went up to Jerusalem after the custom of the feast.
Right, so when he was 12 years old, they went to the custom of the feast. So when he turned 12, they went to the Passover to celebrate the Passover. You feel me? The Passover was in the springtime. You feel me? So Christ was born in the time of the springtime. You feel me? It say he was in a manger. You feel me? We ain't bring out that scripture, but I'm telling you, it say he was in a manger. I don't know why I ain't pulled that one. But yeah, it say he was in a manger. He was in a manger. That's like a little thing that you put food in so the animals could eat outside. That's where he was at because there wasn't no room inside. He was outside. He would have froze to death, man. Stop it.
Verse 43. And when they had fulfilled the days as they were returned, the child Yahushua tarried behind in Jerusalem, and Joseph and his mother knew not of it.
Oh no, that's it. You could drop that. That's the end of that. But yeah, drop down to not drop down. Go to Ecclesiastes in the Old Testament, 7 and 7.
Kind the book of Ecclesiastes, verse 7, chapter 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
Right, they ask why we so angry. Because we oppressed and we know it. That's why. We understand in I.S.U.P.K that we are oppressed, man. And we tired of letting it fly. We tired of letting it slide. So we're going to go out in the streets and we're going to teach and we're going to talk about it, man. And what we need to do, which is serving our God.
And a gift destroyeth the heart.
Prostitution.
A gift destroyeth the heart.
Being a stripper.
A gift destroyeth the heart.
I want to sell drugs. I'm going to just be a drug dealer. Like, I ain't going to go to college. I ain't going to get a job. I'm going to be a drug dealer.
A gift destroyeth the heart.
Fast money. That's what it's talking about, a gift. You taking gifts at such a young age without putting in no work, no hard work, man, it can destroy you, man. And you will want to be a sinner. Your way of making money will be sin. It will be sin because that's all you know. It's getting free stuff. There you go ahead, read verse 8.
Verse 8. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof.
Wait, no, it ain't. Nope. You gotta celebrate the birthday. The birthday is the best. It's the most important thing ever. What the Bible say?
Better is the end of a thing than the beginning
Better
thereof.
is the end of a thing than the beginning. Christ ain't never said to celebrate his birthday, man.
And the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit.
And be patient. Instead of being proud, be patient, and you gotta wait, man. Cause this thing ain't gonna come quick, man. You gotta be patient, and the Lord gonna come, and he gonna save us out of this place, man. So yeah, we gotta stop celebrating these holidays. We gotta stop celebrating these pagan holidays, birthdays, all that stuff, man. We gotta get rid of it, and we gotta become new people. You feel me? But that's a nice class, man. Christmas is not for the kids, it's for you. That's facts. But yeah, if I could, you read the security announcements.
I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother or sister: when a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves to the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, a commandment. Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8 through 10, a tenth in Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Priest fund, free will offering for a priest, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming holy convocations. Feast of Purim will get more clarification on it. We'll give a courtesy salute to the teacher. Imagine Shabbat. Imagine Barak. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua Barakatam. Class dismissed.